Monetize Your Mind on Amogate Radio Communications, ARC. I'm your host, Adiola Ladibo. And this is episode 2 of our Power Pack Quarter 3 2025 series titled Monetize Your Mind, Turning Ideas into Industry. Now, in our last episode, we explored discovering the gold mine within, understanding the power of ideas, talents, and skills. And we explored the power of the mind, how the mind generates ideas and process those ideas. Today we take the journey one step further. We ask the question, what happens after the light bulb moment? The light bulb moment, when the idea spark, what happens after the light bulb moment? The truth is, inspiration alone is not enough. The world is full of great ideas that never became anything. Why? Because they lack structure. That's why today's episode is From Inspiration to Infrastructure. From inspiration to infrastructure. This episode is about moving from spontaneous brilliance to a sustainable system, because that's how real impact is built. That's how real impact is built. Even as Guy Kawasaki said, ideas are easy, implementation is hard. Implementation is hard. So how do you turn spontaneous ideas into structured opportunities? Okay, so let's be honest now. Inspiration is often unpredictable. A new idea might come in the shower, when you're taking a walk, or during a conversation. Oftentimes, when my brother and I are having our conversation, which is often, many of the ideas that we've implemented today came up during our discussions, our conversations. We were just talking and ideas just spark up, and we try to develop it and structure it. I usually call my brother the idea generator and call myself the idea processor. I think that's how both of us work. But you see, no matter where it begins, every idea that changes the world has one thing in common. It was developed deliberately. And I can tell you that I'm a living witness to that. It was developed deliberately. It was deliberately developed. Now, so here's a step-by-step process of moving from idea to infrastructure. Moving from idea to infrastructure. Step 1, capture it immediately. Capture it immediately. Every idea has a shelf life. If you don't write it down, it evaporates. If you don't write it down, it evaporates. Every idea has a shelf life. You have to write it down. Use your note app, your voice recorder, or journal, or have you have a note with you every time. If you have noticed when your ideas always crop up and all that, so what you need to do is to have your notes beside you, so that immediately the idea crops up or something that helps to record it, you can quickly capture that idea. If not, you are about to lose it in a few. Because the activities that the mind processes is a lot. An activity is coming up almost instantly that is going to make you lose that particular one. So you've got to capture it immediately, write it down, and then you need to create what we call an idea bank to store our thoughts. Idea bank. I have a folder, like a diary, it everywhere. Everywhere. If I read through that diaries, I can always bring up ideas that I've not implemented, ones that I've not been able to structure, and all that. They are always there. It's my own idea bank. It's my idea bank. You can also create one. You can use tools. You can record it on your phone. Create a folder on your phone. Create a folder on your laptop. And just record it, capture it, and put it there. Keep putting it there. Keep putting it there. Sometimes you need to go play it back. Go open that book. Open that diary and read through, so you can see where your ideas are, the number of ideas you captured. And sometimes a lot of ideas are related to one another. As an idea that you've already put down, but it may not be too clear. And suddenly another idea came up, maybe weeks later, days later, or you may even think it is unrelated. It's the moment you are going through that idea back that you'll be able to pick related ideas. And sometimes one idea that you have written down, the one that comes after, it can be an improved version or something that helps you to start it up at the moment. So that's why you need to capture it. You need to write them down every time. Step number 2 is to clarify the core problem. You need to ask yourself, what problem does this idea solve? Any idea that is not going to solve any problem is a useless idea. If it's not going to solve a problem now, or it's not going to solve a problem in the future, it's not an idea that you should, keep around you. Ideas come to solve problems. Ideas come to solve problems. One of these talks I saw today, my brother, when he said small minds discuss people, and he said average minds discuss events, great minds discuss ideas. But if your idea is not going to solve any problem for anyone, if it's not a solution to someone's problem, it's as useless as when it was not even generated. So ideas are only valuable if they address real pain points or desires. If they address real pain points or desires. So when an idea comes and you are able to, and it is addressing real pain points of people, it means it's going to solve the problem. It's going to take that pain point away. And every service or product that sells, it's because it's still addressing a pain point. The day that product or service stops attending that pain point, then there is no more need for it. There is no more need for it. So, what is it? Who is this idea for? Who is this idea for? What will it change? What will it change? What does it matter? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Who is it for? What will it change? If it's going to change, if it's going to address a pain point, then it's going to change something. Who is it for? Who is the one carrying the pain point? Who is your target? Who is your customer? Who is the one that needs it? You understand? So if you are trying to sell ice to an Eskimo, you better know what you're selling, because the Eskimo lives on ice anyway. So why does he need ice? Why does he need to buy from you? Ice is available everywhere. Except there's something about your ice that is different from what he has, and be addressing a pain point, he won't buy from you. What am I trying to say? All I'm trying to say is that every idea must address a particular problem. It must be taking care of a pain point. If it is not taking care of that pain or anybody's pain point, then the idea is as useless as any other useless thing. So it must be for someone. You must be able to identify the group of people that need that idea, and it must change something. What is it going to change? It has to change something. It has to change that pain point into something else. To remove it, it has to change the condition. Why does it matter? Why? Why do you think that person would buy? Why do you think that person would accept it? Why do you think that person will want to go out for it? That is step 2. Clarify the core problem. Step 3 is to define the opportunity. You need to define the opportunity. What do I mean? You are going to explore. So what products, what services or solutions can emerge from this idea? What products, what services, what solutions can emerge from this idea? What are the products? Because sometimes an idea may not necessarily generate one solution. It might be an idea that is going to create a different sets of products and all that. Now, for example, if you want to address skincare, if you want to make for skincare, you want to find out the question, who is it for? What are the things that you want to address? So there may be many things that you want to address with that idea. The idea is that you want to create a unique skincare product, which is fine. Now, what problems will it address? So it may be addressing multiple problems. So you need to create multiple products from that skincare product. One is removing removing spots on the skin. Let me even start from the beginning. Maybe one is removing skin infection. It's working on skin infection, and then it only works on skin infection. You're going to treat that eczema, it's going to treat the wingworm, you're going to treat whatever the skincare, the skin infection is, you're going to take care of it. Now, when that skin infection is healed and is taken out, it may leave a scar. You may need one to remove the scar or the spots. That's another product. Now, to remove the scar or the spots on the skin. Now, you may actually now need a third one to moisturize the skin. A third one to moisturize the skin. Now, maybe that third one is supposed to be used with a fourth one, which is supposed to prevent a recurrence of that infection. So you have 4 ranges of products from one single idea. So you are saying what products, what services or solutions would emerge from this idea. Now, the second thing you are asking is this a niche market or a growing trend? Okay, is it a niche market or a growing trend? So if it's a niche market, it's a market that is unique. It's something that, now, if it's a growing trend, you are only responding to, you want to know, well, if it's a trend, can I get my own population also from it? The third thing is, can it be monetized directly or indirectly? Can it be monetized directly or indirectly? This is where ideas become opportunities. You shift from what is interesting to what is valuable. You shift from what is interesting to what is valuable. So we're still on Amaget Radio Communications, and we will be going for a break now. So after the break, we'll continue.
Harrogate, founded in 2008 at the have a desire to build transgenerational structures for organizations, institutions, and nations. We have worked with large businesses, international development organizations, and public sector ministries and agencies. Our mandate, our uniqueness is that we do not just work for you, we work with you. For example, we do not leave you to the task after forcing talent that will help the new hire settle into robust leadership development programs. We are technical experts in advising and supporting institutions on strategy and leadership, artificial intelligence, strategic human resource management, public sector reform, finance, audit and tax, FAT, and strategic communications. We do all this and more at our desire to transformations through institutions and organizations. For further inquiries, email contact@thearmorgate.org or call +234 810 999 6666 +234 807 957 4151 and +161 0504 6026 www.thearmorgate.org. Armorgate, building to endure and transforming nations through institutions and organizations.
Ideas into industry, and today we're dealing with the topic how to we're talking about how to move from inspiration to infrastructure, and we're talking about the things that you need to do when you have those spontaneous ideas, how you need to put structure into it and create opportunities out of it. And we said step one is to capture it, write it down, and create an idea bar, a place where you keep all the ideas. Secondly, we said clarify the core problem. While you are asking yourself, what problem does this idea solve? Ideas are only valuable if they address real pain points or desires. Step three is what we just finished before we went on the break, and was about defining the opportunity. What products, services, or solutions can emerge from this idea? You're asking yourself, is it a niche market or a growing trend? Can it be monetized directly or indirectly? Now we move on to step four. Choose a framework to structure it. Frameworks help systemize creativity, and it helps you to avoid chaos. Framework helps you to systemize creativity. It helps you to avoid chaos, a chaotic situation. Some of the useful models that you can use include, try to build a business model for it. There's a business model canvas, which is a template that you can use to put a framework and structure your idea about it. There's a business model canvas for mapping out your products, customers, and human revenue. The business model canvas, it talks about your unique selling idea, talks about your partners, it talks about your channels of distribution, it talks about your or communication, it talks about the product itself, the customers, your revenue stream, how you're going to get your cost center, what is going to give, what are the costs that you need to incur, what is the revenue, how would you make revenue from it. So it puts a lot of structure around that idea instantly. And as you use the business model canvas to structure your idea, you begin to have clear up to you how you can make money from it, if your idea is sellable or not. The next thing is design thinking. That's another framework for human-centered development. design thinking. You want to empathize, be able to then define the idea. It's a five-step structure framework where you empathize by you can feel the pain, you can put yourself in the shoes of the customer, you understand what the problem is. You are defining it now based on that understanding. Then you ideate it, you create the solution out of it. Then you make a prototype of it. You make a prototype, something small of it, and then you go and test it. You test it. That's design thinking. The third one is lean startup methodology. Lean startup methodology is for building your minimum viable product, called MVPs, and iterating quickly. Now, so what these tools do for you is that they move you from what if to what's next. They move you from what if to what's next. They move you from the hypothesis where you're asking different questions, you are testing, you're trying to test this product, you are trying to do your research, you are putting everything together, and then when you come up with the final stuff, you're asking yourself, what's the next step I need to do? It may be marketing that you need to do, or you may need to offer it freely to some people for them to come and enjoy, and test it on them to see that it's really something that works also. Now, step five is build a system around the idea. Build a system around the idea. This is where infrastructure comes in. So what you need to first do is to create a workflow for idea, how the idea will be executed. Create a workflow. Simple diagram. This is where it starts from, moves to this, it goes to this, and it ends there. And then the structure continues. Define the roles, define the resources, define timelines, define all those things. You need to do, that's where you are putting real structure. Start building your team, your product, or your service infrastructure. Who are the people you need? Do you need web developers? Do you need a marketer? So you start thinking about it, you start putting your team together, and then you begin to now expand on building the product itself, or you put up your service structure. And then you are identifying your delivery channels. What is the channel? And like I told you, some of these things would have been answered by your business model canvas. Some of these things would have been answered by your business model, because when you're talking about channels, you want to know if they are physical channels or they are digital channels, and then you're talking about the service. Is it a service or a product that this idea is built around? So how will people hear about you? How are they going to learn about the product? How will they be able to make use of the product? Is it through physical things? Are you distributing flyers? Are you going around speaking with people? Are you going to do an advert on radio? Are you going to do the Facebook ad, an Instagram ad? Are you going to promote videos or graphics? Whatever these are where you are identifying your delivery channels. And then you also want to see how this product will get to people, or will get to the service will get to the people. Infrastructure transforms creativity into capacity. Infrastructure transforms creativity into capacity. Step 6 is to scale strategically. So after testing your idea and validating it in the real world, you need to invest in better tools. Investing in tools, seek funding or partnerships. Your business model also answer this for you. We ask you some basic questions that will help you to know if you need to get an investor, who are the partners are you going to be bringing in. Then you need to begin automating processes. You need to begin automating processes. Automation helps you to reduce to make things quick. It becomes faster. You know how you deploy little resource, and they are giving you a lot of results, which basically improves what we call efficiency. Automation helps your efficiency a great deal. Then you want to create a growth roadmap, like creating your projections. If you are investing this amount of funds, what is it going to do? Do you need to establish branches? Where your branch is going to be? Are they going to be? So you are creating a growth roadmap. That is, and that is how ideas outlive the excitement and begin to impact lives at scale. Where is it? Ideas leave the excitement. Every idea excites the owner. Every idea excites the owner. It's the market out there that will tell you whether your idea is a marketable one that people will buy or not. There's nothing emotional about the market. The market is not emotional. You may be emotional about your ideas. The market is not emotional. However, every product or service that connects with the emotions of people, that makes people have a feeling, a good feeling, about something, about themselves, will always sell. That's one secret of scaling product. So why this approach works is that, one, it protects your energy by giving your creativity direction. It helps you to create a direction for your creativity by conserving your energy. It reduces risks. It reduces the risk by encouraging testing before full investment. You just go out, don't go and pour money into an idea that you have not tested, so that when you spend money creating that product or putting up that service, you are not shocked that nobody is coming to take your product or to ask for that service. It positions you for success. By building real value, not just hype, not just how you feel. You don't just go because you like it, then you make it. Do people like it? How many people like it? The number of people that like it is a marketable number. Is it a number that can create scale for you? And most importantly, it allows you to grow from passion to profit with purpose. Moves you from passion to profit with purpose. To every young person that is listening, your mind is a creative factory, but factories without structure become chaotic. You must improve the quality of your thoughts. You must move from shallow inspiration to deep structured thinking. You must turn your gifts and talents into systems, into platforms, into programs, into institutions that will serve others. Remember, good thinking leads to good design. Good design leads to great products. Great products solve problems, and people pay for solutions. If you want to be taken seriously in the marketplace of ideas, build infrastructure, not just excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're going to end today's broadcast. I would love to hear from you. So please feel free to send your feedback and questions or testimonies to us via our email, contact@theamogate.org. Contact@theamogate.org. The Amogate listen together. Our WhatsApp product number is +234 810 999 6666. That's +234 810 999 6666. Follow us on our social media handles on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. We're all at Amogate. And don't forget, find us. Look for a channel on YouTube. Search us out. Like, subscribe and catch up on past podcasts and new content. It's an idea bank, like I tell you guys. It's a bank of richness. It's a bank of resources that you will see there. Amage Radio Communications. This broadcast airs every Thursday at 5 p.m. West African time and 12 noon Eastern time. Right here on Amage Radio Communications. Our final quote for today is this from Jim Rohn, who said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. On the next Thursday, keep dreaming, keep building, and keep becoming. I'm Adeola Gbadebo. Stay structured, stay strategic, stay unstoppable. It's bye from me.